Hello everyone and welcome to the Deercast. You're joining us for another instalment in our reloading series. If you've been watching so far, we've covered the legalities of it, some of the basic equipment you might need, and we've then also followed this case's journey from a fired case to one that's been resized, deprimed, chamfered, and the primer pocket cleaned out as well. So the next step, and certainly the next step for me in this reloading process, is now to clean this case. I tend to do it after I've removed the primer, so in the order we've been doing it in this series, but I know some people will clean them before they remove the primers. I tend to do it after you've removed the primer because that way you actually get clean inside the in the primer pocket as well. As with anything, there are multiple different ways you can clean these cases. The two sort of main ways are either dry or wet cleaning. Dry cleaning involves putting it into some sort of media tumbler, so it's essentially something that vibrates or rotates and essentially moves the case around in amongst a media. And some people will use steel pins, some people will use walnut, sort of crushed up walnut cases and other bits and pieces like that. And essentially all they're doing is the friction as they are rubbing up and down against the cases, both inside and out, is they're dislodging dirt and bits and pieces off it and giving them a good polish. The other way to do it is wet cleaning using something like this, a small ultrasonic cleaner. This is just a one off Amazon. I got, I think it's about 20 quid. Essentially that one there that I've just shown you will fit about sort of 10 to 20 cases at a time, and you just run them on a cycle through there with some water and then some cleaning fluid. I've tried both this RCBS cleaning solution and also this Frankfurt Arsenal cleaning solution. To tell you the truth, haven't noticed much difference between them. They all seem to do a pretty good job. Once they've gone through a cycle or two in the ultrasonic cleaner, I always take them out of the ultrasonic cleaner and dry them off very briefly, just with some sort of towel or paper towel. And then you can either put them in, say, the airing cupboard to dry out, or if it's a really hot day, if you're doing it in the summer, you can leave it out in the sun. Some people will put them in the oven on a very low temperature just to get some airflow going around them, but also some heat to get that moisture to dry out. Some people will also put them in the food dehydrator, which is actually what I do, and it's a really good way of drying them out really nicely and quickly. And I think you get a bit less tarnishing on the outside of the cases because that moisture is just wicked away really nicely and quickly. Some people will combine both wet and dry cleaning, so they'll do a wet cleaning first, and then to polish them up really nicely, we'll put them in a tumbler with some sort of media, because you do get a much more polished finish with a dry mixed tumbling solution. And then once your cases are dry, they are ready to move on to the next stage of the reloading process. So this step really is as simple as that. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And we hope to join you on the next one where we'll be talking about repriming this case.